Oh, fish on, dude. Double. It is June 15th and we are out here on Lake Roosevelt. Today's the opener for Lake Roosevelt retention for 2020. And so we're just out here at a brand new spot we've never been at. I'm out here with a bunch of family and friends, and it's like maybe 5, a little after 5 right now. And I'm about to rig up right here. And I didn't film an intro because I didn't know how the fishing was gonna be, but one of our buddies over here, he's actually hooked up on a river monster. So I think I'm actually gonna wait on baiting up my rod. We're just gonna go over there, take a look and see if we can land this river monster. So quick intro, but that's how I like it. Let's get to fishing. 40 incher?
I don't think so. I think this guy's in the 6, 7 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't stop him. But he doesn't look that far. He's right there.
Dude, I haven't washed my face either. I just went straight to the fire.
I'm surprised he lost that one though. If he was a fish though.
Oh, that was a fish?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on.
He's like, I should pull it. I said, you should pull it then. You should pull it. Don't second guess it. Don't second guess it.
Man, it's just like a rock. This guy never jumped, did he?
No. This guy can't. They shouldn't be doing up here. They shouldn't be doing up here. That's spawner. Yeah.
Oh, that don't feel good. That don't feel good. No, there's a ledge right there, dude. Yeah, I feel rock. Oh yeah, he's coming, dude. He's coming. Yeah, just take it easy on your line though. Yeah, he's free. You guys have a tape measure on you?
I have one in my bag.
Maybe.
Oh, he's right there, dude. Right there. Let's see. Oh, that's a giant.
I told you over 60.
Hey, looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving, man. Dang, that's a beast. Dude, that is a beast. Wow, look at the head. Wow. Dang.
Huge. Did you? Is it gonna float?
Alright, let's release him.
Okay, I need a younger brother, okay?
Oh, beautiful fish, dude.
Go. My buddy said hi. Bye.
I think that's an 8-footer, dude.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Huh? I woke up around 4:30. Alright, so all I'm doing here is just tying my crappie to the hook. Basically wrap it around this middle of the crappie right here. Just hook your line through the eye and just tie whatever knot so that it just doesn't come back out. So there's the rig. Main line up here, sinker slider weight to an 8-ounce weight, plastic bead, rubber bead, crane swivel, 100-pound Dacron, 8-aught Gamakatsu barbless hook, octopus hook, and then just the bait you guys saw me tie on. So here at Lake Roosevelt, you have the 2-point endorsement. You can use 2 sturgeon rods. And so I have one right there. It's casted right in front of me, kind of right here. This one I'm just gonna cast a little bit to the right, and we'll see how this goes. Basically the same exact rig. Yeah, it don't look steep down here, but when you cast, it's pretty steep. All right, so we have been fishing pretty much all day, and we landed at about 8-footer this morning. We've been fishing for 13 hours. That being said, we're gonna move to a slightly different spot for the evening, and we will see if the evening bite at that other spot produces. Looks like the weights are sticking pretty good. Like, I didn't even feel my weight drifting. So that one's right there. I'm gonna cast this one down over here. So as of right now in this video, we're pretty much just moving spots, just trying out different spots and seeing if we just get lucky and catch a keeper. If you're wondering why Lake Roosevelt is open for sturgeon retention, from what I read, it's basically the idea that Washington and British Columbia back in like 2001 and 2004, they began their white sturgeon hatcheries. And so from the year 2001 all the way until 2010, they were stocking anywhere between 2,000 to 12,000 juvenile sturgeon every single year. And essentially, as those sturgeon got bigger, the survival rate for those juvenile sturgeon actually turned out to be a lot higher than what Fish and Game predicted. And so since the survival rate was so high, there's essentially a surplus amount of sturgeon in Lake Roosevelt. So that's why they open it, because they want fishermen to come out here and catch some of those hatchery origin sturgeon, so that we can bring the population of sturgeon in this body of water right here to where Fish and Game originally predicted.
Anh trẻ thôi.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You have this line?
I don't know, I got that line or not, but
My rod is moving.
the fish do.
Really?
Yeah.
Big one?
No, I think.
Keeper?
Yeah.
We'll see how big this fish is. Tape measure just in case. Huh? Yeah, there's a ledge right there, dude. That's how we lost that fish last time. Is he stuck?
Yeah, they were right.
Oh yeah, he's, like I said, he probably caves in, so he's probably inside it. Huh? Yeah, or you can just, yeah, I don't know, it's up to you. Just try not to put a lot of pressure on it, because these rocks are sharp. Basically right here, you guys can see it's just a bunch of rocks. And basically right where the water is, we're on the top, and then the rocks kind of curve back in, and I think that fish went under, so it's kind of snagged. You get him? You got him, right? I wonder if I go right there. I have a feeling he's stuck in a crack. Like your line. Yeah, I feel like your line's in a crack. Oh, I got him. Yeah, I got him. Oh.
What, maybe?
Dang it. Maybe 50?
50?
He's kind of small, but.
Dang it.
Oh, what the heck? He's stuck right there. No, he's. Oh, is it the weight? Oh no, he's going. All right, come on.
42?
Yeah, probably like 42, 43. Yeah. But who knows, man? Might be 50, man. You got him? Are you sure you want to land him there or land him over there? Okay. Just grab him by his mouth. Alright, sure. Alright. Well, there's the fish. Put the rod right here. Oh, dude. He might be close, man. Alright, let's straighten him out. Dude, I think this is a keeper, bro. Here, hold it. Moment of truth. Dude, move your hand. Move your hand. Alright.
Yeah.
54, baby. Keeper.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, hold on. Let's straighten. No, cause dude, he's not even that. He's right in the middle, dude.
Yeah, he's right in the middle of the slot.
54. Dude, we are not going home.
We are not going home empty-handed, dude. One fish down, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah. That is awesome. Let me bring a rod. That is awesome. The retention slot is 50 inches to 63 inches measuring fork length. If you don't know what fork length is, it's pretty much you hold the tape measure to the very tip of his nose or his snout. You measure right to this little V right here rather than measuring to this tip. If you measure to this tip, that's called total length. But for sturgeon, you have to measure to fork length. That's what they call it, fork length, where you measure from the nose to this V right here. And to this V right here, he's right around 54 to 55 inches. But he's just smack dab in the middle of the slot, which there's no hesitation here. That's a keeper. All David has to do now is just write down the stuff on his catch record card. Essentially, he has to tag it. With that being said, I need to go get my stuff in the water. I have like no leverage when casting. Like you're in such an awkward angle. Red bite?
Yeah.
Hey David, you want to move the camera so that you can like see the water? He's right here, dude. I don't know. He's not big. No, he can't even pull the drag. just don't want him to go under this rock. Oh, yep. He's kind of going. You guys can hear and see. He's not big because he can't do that big run. He kind of runs, like he kind of goes, but we're playing with rocks, playing with 40-pound tests, so we're gonna take it easy on this guy. Okay, maybe he's a little more decent than we thought. Ah, come on. All right, get turned around. This guy's bigger than that guy. He feels like he's bigger.
It feels like when I pulled it felt like it was a little heavier.
Yeah. It's got a little bit more weight to him, but oh, don't tell me he's stuck. Oh, dang it. Yeah, he's on there.
Don't let him come back down.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, he is. Come on, he's right here. Ooh. 50?
Oh shit, it might be good. Why did it have a stop nose?
Yeah. Yep.
50, dude?
Yeah, maybe.
You got the tape measure?
I don't have it on me.
Well, never mind. We're just gonna have to pull him up.
Yeah, well, pull him up. The more we play with him, the bigger he gets, man. Dude, he's so energetic, he doesn't want to come in. Let me move back. Oh yeah, dude, that's a keeper, dude. We're gonna pull this fish out onto land because we're gonna measure him. Dude, that's a keeper, bro. We're gonna pull him on land because we're gonna measure him. If this was an obvious oversized or obvious undersized, we wouldn't pull him out of the water, but he's got potential. Let's measure him.
What do you got?
51?
51?
51.
Right on, right here.
51.
51?
51, dude. 51.
Heck
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I don't know if I got this clipped in. Gosh, dang it. Oh, well, at least we got the fish.
We got the fish, man. But
Dang it.
you would have got the hook set in.
Yeah, I would have got everything. Dang it. Oh well. We done, man.
We're done, dude. One final measure.
Yeah, one final. Okay, here's the moment of truth again. All right. 50 and a half. 50 and a half. Hopefully the video file that was recording that whole thing, hopefully it's not corrupted, because the camera just shut off by itself. And this camera has a bad habit of not saving those clips where you record and the battery just dies. So fingers crossed that we got that footage. I mean, obviously you guys would know if we got it or not, but I don't. David landed a 54 and a half. I landed a 50 and a half to 51 inches. That's keeper, baby. We're done. We both got our daily limit, so off home we go. Here in Washington, this is called your catch record card. You have to do this with like salmon, steelhead, and sturgeon. So for like this lot right here, you can see that says salmon. You go down here, that says steelhead. But today we're fishing for sturgeon. So you go down here and you can see all these little slots, like your catch area code, the month you caught your sturgeon, the day you caught your sturgeon, the species of sturgeon, and there's white sturgeon and there's green sturgeon. Green sturgeon is federally protected, but white sturgeon, which is what we're fishing today, that's what we're gonna write down here. So basically just a W. And then over here is the fork length. Again, I told you guys about total length and fork length. I'm gonna fill this out and then we're gonna pack up and we're gonna go, because David has his daily limit, I have my daily limit, and legally we can still fish, but we just can't keep any more fish. Per day, you can only retain 1 sturgeon, and you have an annual limit of 2. So with that being said, you do have to fill out your catch record card. So if you're gonna go sturgeon fishing and you're gonna come to Lake Roosevelt, make sure you go get your catch record card, because if you don't, you're gonna be a criminal. And you don't wanna be a criminal. All right, this is a weird angle for me to write. Depending on where you fish, that body of water is gonna have a specific area code. So for here, for Lake Roosevelt, the area code is 549. That's the area code. Depending on what part of the river you are fishing and what part is open for retention, this number will vary. But for Lake Roosevelt, it's 549. Today, this is the month, so we're just gonna write 6 because that's June. Day is 17. We're gonna write 17. Species code, again, I told you guys, white sturgeon or green sturgeon. This is a white sturgeon, so we're gonna write W. Fork length, how long was he? He was 50.5. That's horrible handwriting, but I'm writing at an angle here so you guys can see. But that's it right there. Now the sturgeon is legally tagged and you can transport him. All right, so we made it home. Don't mind my mismatching socks. I'm gonna basically fillet this fish, and I'm not gonna entirely show you guys how to fillet this fish because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So I'm pretty much just gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna do, and then I'm just gonna fast forward because YouTube. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna fillet the fish, but even though we're filleting the fish and we're gonna get basically the main body of the meat, we're also gonna be saving the head, the fins, and the tail. But for this video, we're just gonna be using the meat for our recipe. So if you don't know, sturgeon have these things called scutes. And these things can be sharp, and these things can easily cut you, especially if you're trying to grab a fish and he's flailing everywhere. Like, you don't want to be playing around with scutes. Sometimes these scutes can be pretty dull, so you don't have to worry about them, but these can be very sharp. Like this guy, his top scutes are pretty sharp, and so they have scutes along the top of their back and along this side and also along this side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to remove the top scutes and the side scutes. After that, we're gonna cut off all the fins. Now the biggest difference between like sturgeon and other small fish that I normally catch, like walleye, crappie, bluegill, bass, is that sturgeon do not have any bones. They actually only have cartilage. This is actually the second ever sturgeon I have kept in my life, so I'm not very skilled at this, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So I've got 2 knives. I got a big knife. This one's for removing the scutes, and then I've just got my fillet knife. So with that being said, let's get to filleting. So what we got over here is the fillets, just your typical white meat, just filleted, skinned it. This is more of the old school stuff. We got the head, we got the fins, got some parts of the carcass. And then this bag right here is actually the trash bag. So there's the scoots in there earlier, just some guts and just stuff that we don't need. So if you look at it, the majority of the sturgeon is going to use, and that's just the stuff that I don't think anybody does anything with. So this is going to be my breading. I'm not going to use like panko breadcrumbs or Louisiana fish fry stuff. We're just using some Ruffles, cheddar cheese, and this one we're just going to break it. All right, that's good enough. This is made by Magic. This is their black and red fish seasoning. I've never tried it, but looked at it at the store and it looked pretty decent, so that's what we're gonna use. So we're just gonna open that. I'm just gonna sprinkle this right along with our flour. And then just mix your flour and the seasoning together. All right, so that's my flour and my seasoning. For this bowl, we're just gonna crack some eggs. Now just whisk your egg. Some people like to remove the yolk. To me, I leave the yolk in there. So all I've done with my fish is I took a piece of fillet and I just cut it so that my fish is a fish stick essentially. And if you've never seen sturgeon meat, it's just white meat. And again, sturgeon do not have bones, they only have cartilage. But the thing is, even if you remove the cartilage, you just get chunks and chunks of just white meat, just delicious white meat. So that's the sturgeon meat right there. So we're just gonna dredge it in some flour and seasoning, I should say. As they say, one hand is wet and then one hand is for dry stuff. And then this, just throw it in here for now. We're gonna do it for all these ones right here. Fish in there with the chips. There it is. That almost looks like fried chicken from that perspective, but that's just our fish coated with the cheddar cheese potato chips. So it only fits 3, so I'll cook the last one in a bit. Oh my goodness. Does that not look good? It's just a golden crust. Smells wonderful too. Alright, well, there it is. You can definitely be a little bit more fancy and throw some kind of like green on there, whether it's cilantro or parsley or something like that, just to make the dish not look so plain. So definitely, again, you can throw some greens on there, but we're just gonna eat it as it is because I know it's gonna be good. So there it is, just some fish on top and some macaroni salad on the bottom. And before we eat, let's say a quick prayer and we'll eat. Father God, I just thank you for allowing me this opportunity today to come out and enjoy creation and just be out here in solitude and just, be out here next to a beautiful lake that you created for all of us to enjoy. And we just cannot thank you enough for allowing us the opportunity to harvest these magnificent fish that you've created for all of us to enjoy. And right now I'm going to eat lunch, and I just pray that you watch over me, keep me safe. For anyone watching this and going through hardships, Lord, I pray that you be with them. You remind them to keep their faith strong, and just remind us that you are good and for us to trust in you. And as I eat this meal, Lord, I just thank you for everything you've done, Lord. And in Christ Jesus' name, I pray, amen. Do you guys see that? Just beautiful white flaky meat. And this is our first bite. Yeah, sturgeon is just delicious. To me, if you're gonna eat just fish sticks like this, you always gotta have tartar sauce. This is simple, just fish. You can dip it, but I don't have a plate, so I'm just gonna squeeze it on there. And this. As always, if you come out here and eat something like this, just have a drink of choice. To me, I like the sparkling ice. This is the pink grapefruit flavor. Just gotta make sure it doesn't explode on me. Oh yeah. Last bite. Well, that is gonna do it for this video. Aside from what I did today, my favorite for sturgeon is la or larb. If you guys never done it, I actually made a video of that, not with sturgeon meat, but with trout. I made that video a couple months ago, so if you want to go back and watch that video, if you haven't seen it, then you can go watch that video and you can see how I made la, because with sturgeon, it's essentially the same process. It's just that you're doing it with different species of fish. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.